Because I love you so much, dear viewers, because I know you're getting tired of watching me run space garbage missions, I decided to upgrade or downgrade my ship. I'm going to take away one of my blaster launchers and put in an active scanner so we can start doing some scanner missions. I talked before how those sounded like they might be a little interesting. At least it's better than watching me pick up space garbage or do delivery missions. But speaking of delivery missions, we do have to finish off our 4 missions that we still have in our hopper before we can take on any more. I'm going to undock and fly over here to Zadalazina Cougar real quick and drop off these kitchen appliances that are critical cargo to the operation of the space station. The space station, light years away from any other Bed Bath & Beyond, so they cannot get access to air fryers, sous vide machines, or just good cast iron cookware. So we're going to go here to Kith Academic University. Well, it's a university, so they need these kitchen appliances so that their students can make ramen noodles. Now we do have 188 skill points at the moment. We still need about 16,000 skill points in order to level up. But we are making so many skill points very fast thanks to our warp drive. We can make them even faster if we had a faster ship. We're not going to worry about that right now. Something we can look at. This is a university, so they probably have a pretty good collection of skills. Let's have a look and see what they got for us here. 2 pages. Advanced food systems. We don't need that. Don't need beam energy. Cloak field. Don't need a cloaking device just at the moment. Destroyer. They don't have dreadnought operations, which we might need at some point. Escort ship operations. Fleet combat training, which will help our... Now we could go ahead and add another merc, but you know this is 100 skill points, and at this point we definitely don't need a merc at this point. Laser basic operations. It doesn't give us any better skill. I mean, it would allow us to upgrade to X6s. Let's see if we have speed. So ship, we don't have salvagers. It's always another career path you can look at in the game is salvaging. So ship thruster systems greatly improve the performance of the engines. This is 42 skill points. We'll go ahead and invest in that. So that brings us down to 149. Ship gyroscopic control is only 15. That'll help us improve our turning speed. I'll go ahead and get it again. Let's just go ahead and get as much speed as we can. I feel the need for more skill points in speed. So now we're down to 9 skill points, but we know that we can rack up skill points fairly easily. Now let's see if they have a scanning mission here. And watch, they won't have it. Gather scan data at the... Alright, so there we go. It's a level 5 one. Locate an object in space and scan it. So we have our active scanning module installed and then return with the data. So we can do that one. That'll be in our hopper now. So we need to undock. So what's next? We have to go to Excel Biddy and pick up some junk floating in the sky. Excel Biddy's there. Warp on over there. Still got 64 warp drive fuel. It's available everywhere. It's cheap. Nothing to worry about. So we're going into green space now. We've gone green, Captain. We've gone green. Now we're turning teal. We were green and now we're teal. I guess that's teal. Cobalt blue, maybe. Alright, where's the space garbage at? I know you're on here. There we go. Derelict crate. Up there. How fast do we go now? Oh, wow. Instead of doing 155 meters per second, we now do 165 meters per second. So all those skill points for 10 extra meters per second. Now imagine if we were in a smaller ship. We would of course be zooming all over the place, but we're not in a smaller ship. But it does seem like we're going a little bit faster. So I'm not going to complain much. And of course we should be turning a lot faster, which could help a lot too. So there's our fasteners. And we have to bring back these zip ties, this medium shipment of zip ties, back to Void Raiders and Jitsum Rest Me. So map, where's Jitsum Rest Me? Jitsum Rest Me. Really starting to get too many systems here. Jitsum Rest Me. It's just completely not even on here. Jitsum Rest Me. It's one of our systems we haven't been to yet. Oh dear. We only got 2 hours and 40 minutes to get it there. So it looks like... Alright, so let's go ahead and look at our other ones and see if we can do them real quick. Eliminate all 4 danger and orthopod Zen. I guess I didn't notice the warning message. So orthopod Zen is there. So we'll go there and destroy these 4 dangerous raiders. So we have a mission kind of stalled on because we haven't been to that system yet. And depending on how that's set up over there, we might have to clear out 2 other systems before we can go there and clear that mission. So we're going to clear out these other missions in our hopper. If we fail a mission, it's not that big of a deal. We can afford it. So where's the bad guys? There's 1 of them, 2, 3, 4. So we got our 4 bad guys targeted. Let's just go after them one after the other. I'm going to bring on my weapons. Bring on the weapons. Missiles and stuff are already firing like crazy. Our ship is doing that thing again where it's firing each weapon one at a time. So there goes the missiles from our friends. And this is a pretty big ship. I'm sorry, it was a pretty big ship. Escort blew up. I think somebody else blew him up. Or else he just only needed 1 shot to take him out. So we're going to go blow up Fakad Carbonal and his Redeemer. He's only got 2,200 skill points, so it shouldn't take much to take him out. Go ahead and speed up so we can catch up to him. We don't want to spend all night flying to him. Head on over there. Pretty game. I mean, it's fairly pretty. I mean, it's better. You know, it's good for what? You know, it's better than I could have done. Okay, I'll tell you that. It's better than I could have done. If I was doing it, everything would be blue for one thing. Because I just love blue that much. Missiles are flying out. There goes the guns. I think the guns do a lot more damage than the missiles. I think the missiles at this range just really miss a lot. So they have some sort of jamming that they use on there. And then finally, we'll go after this dude. Finish him off, and that'll be the end of this mission. Looks like we're turning a lot faster than our friends, that's for sure. So our weapons are hitting. So right at 1,000, we are hitting pretty good with our guns are hitting so well that I didn't have any near missiles. That's why I was happy to get mercs that didn't have missiles. Alright, there we go. So now we need to go back to Stinkfinger, which is where we came from when we picked up the active scanner. We were a Stinkfinger. So even with just 6 weapons, I mean, these mission targets are super easy with just these 6 blaster 6s. Used up a little bit of our energy. We used 10% of our energy during the fight, but that's not that big of a deal. But if we're in a sector fight, it might have been a big deal. We'll just have to see what happens, because it looks like we're going to have to do some sector fighting to finish off this other mission, which is a twist. Not an M. Night Shyamalan style twist, that's for sure, but a twist indeed. Who would have expected me to make a mistake and not pay attention to what I was doing? Completely unlike me. Head over here to Stinkfinger. I'm desensitized to that name now. I can say the name Stinkfinger without saying Stinkfinger. See, I can't even say it as good as I did 10 videos ago when I won a Grammy Award for the way I was saying it. Really 9 minutes in the video and I'm already starting to lose it. Alright, so here we go. Going to Stinkfinger to drop off, or to collect our bounty for the head of those raiders. And I'm not gonna pick up any more missions until we can get the ones that we have completed. So we got that. We got 7 skill points and 4,500 experience points for that one. So we gotta go to Gemini Mining and pick up 770 Titanite beams, which I'm guessing is some sort of science fiction-y thing for titanium. Bojage's G. I have a student who's been wanting to get titanium. I have a student who's pretty focused on building a Dyson sphere. You have to remember, this is a 5th grade student, and he's already collecting material for a Dyson sphere. His plan is to build a Dyson sphere. In case you didn't know what a Dyson sphere is, it's basically a big structure that surrounds the sun and collects all the energy from the sun, all the solar energy, basically giving infinite amount of energy, which he says we can use for things like AI and time travel. Pretty scared of this kid, actually. But he has actually been, you know, asking if anybody has some titanium we can give him. I think at the end of the year I might buy an ounce of titanium or something off the internet to give to him, so that when he does become overlord of the universe and master of time travel, maybe he will think highly of me and not vaporize me for being the teacher that always takes away his Chromebook when he wants to be watching his Chromebook instead of doing his work. So we'll just see what happens. So here we go. I'm gonna pick up these Titanite beams, which should be here in storage. A lot of stuff in storage. We have an active scanner here. I didn't even need to buy one. But there's space junk all over the world. This is the thing that I had going on in EVE Online. I've played EVE Online off and on for over a decade. So now if I log back into the game now, when I look at my inventory screen, I have inventory literally all over the EVE universe, because every time I start playing again, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to join this faction or this guild, and so I just wind up leaving stuff in every... And some of it is in parts of space I will never be able to go to again because ownership of those systems have changed hands. I'm pretty sure I have a couple of billion ISK worth of stuff in the hands of the Brave Alliance at the moment, one of their stations. That was the last that was the last alliance I belonged to, was Brave Newbies. And hopefully that station is still there, because I had a couple of billion ISK worth of stuff there if I ever go back to playing EVE Online again, which I don't know if I'll do. It always seems like such a good idea. I go play it, and then even when I'm in a 0-0 alliance, even when Brave and all those people were fighting Goonfleet in the last war, I was doing these behind the line missions, going in and harassing these infrastructure hubs and stuff like that. Even though what I was doing was pretty exciting, it was also very boring. There was still lots and lots of just downtime, because I would have to go to these iHubs, and then I can't remember what the module. I have to use a specific module, and then basically hacking the iHub, and that would take 15 minutes. And what the point was, it would automatically send a signal to everybody in Goonfleet that's, hey, somebody's messing with your iHub. And so the point was that the people would react to that warning and come to see what was going on, and that would pull them away from other fighting. It was just basically behind the scenes harassment. I made a lot of money doing it because Brave Alliance was giving out a lot of money for people that were doing it. And I actually got into a little bit of combat, got some kills, but still, on the surface it seemed exciting, but it was really actually 20-30 hours of gameplay for maybe an hour of excitement every now and then. Alright, so scan data at the target office center in Kibu Fast. So we just need to find Kibu Fast. I'm not picking up any new missions at the moment. We'll do that in a little bit. No need to make you watch all that. This might be a short video. We'll see what happens. Go to Kibu Fast and then gather scan data on the target office center. Depends on how long it takes to scan this office. See if it shows us the office center in... Alright, wrong one. These are going to show us the office center. There's a target office center. Now, do I have to actually get close enough to run the scanner? Or is it just going to let me do it from this range? Because I know my scanner has an actual... My scanner apparently... Alright, there we go. The scanner is shooting out green poison. Looks like you can only view it from a certain angle. You can only view it from head on. Takes a cycle, and let's see if it works. Target out of range. Okay. So let's get up closer. Fly towards the target. I don't know what my range is at the moment. Range is 750. So yeah, we are quite a bit out of range. But now, does it matter? Does it only matter at the end of the cycle? Alright, so I'm going to click these off. Automatically docked, which was unfortunate, which is not what I wanted to do. So target the office center. Alright. Office center is targeted. So go ahead and launch that. Or activate it. Here comes my friends. I guess I could have done that by turning off auto dock, so I don't accidentally dock again. We're just waiting. You can see my scanner down here. Space lightning. You can see the scanner down here filling up. Like there's going to be a space thunderstorm. Alright, so here we go. This should fulfill the objectives. Alright. Mission objectives complete. Information about the structure, which we don't really need. So now we have to go to Melody to drop off the scan data, because we can't just radio it to them for some reason, or send a space email, or send a probe to deliver it for us. We have to go and deliver it in person. One of my ships is kind of like, I don't know if we can fly that way in formation when we're in hyperspace, buddy. You need to be careful. I'm assuming this is hyperspace and not warp space. We still got 58 warp, so a diamond ammunition is far away. So you get to hear me ramble for a few more minutes. If you haven't been watching my other videos, I've been posting some videos about a game called Night Team 4, which is an awesome game. I'm restarting the game so you can watch it all from beginning, hopefully. It's kind of a hacking investigation sort of game. It's also got some alternate reality gaming stuff in it, which basically means that there's some puzzles within the game that you have to go and look around on Wikipedia and other websites to try and find information about. I remember one puzzle had to figure out the nickname of President Emmanuel Macron from France, so that took a little bit of digging and investigating. But yeah, it's a really interesting game. It's not in active development anymore, but they are working on some sort of MMO in that universe. And they also have some other cool games that same company makes that are in types of investigation games. I know that one of them is called the Black Watchman, which I plan on, once I get done with my Night Team 4 playthrough, I plan on checking out some of their older games as well. Alright, so now we have to go, so we can finish off this Jitsim Rosmi one, right? This is the one that we need to do, right? So we only got one mission, and we have to go back to, so we have to go to Axel Bide, and that was over here, right? So when we pick up the crate, we have to take it. All right, so we've got the crate, but we have to take it to Jitsim Rosmi. So what are the chances that Jitsim Rosmi is the sector that's unlocked? What are the chances? We got a 1 in 3, that's 33.33% chance that we will just be able to fly in the Jitsim Rosmi. 66% chance that we will have to clear out at least one of the other sectors before we can go into Jitsim. So let's just find out what happens. We might have to do a little bit of combat. Pew, pew. But at least we'll be able to get to combat faster now. And our ships will be able to turn a bit faster. Our pilots, our triplets have not leveled up in a while. Alright, so let's open this up and find out what was in this sector. There's just those loot crates, which just never seem to go away. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. So Jitsim Rosmi, of course, it's the one that's furthest away, and I bet it will not be unlocked. So was there anything else in the system? There was no stations, and that's just a big rock. No. Yeah, Dynex Ore. I thought that was the name of a company. Dynex Ore. Sounds like the name of a company. We have one of these things, industrial machine. Don't know what that does. Don't care to find out. I'm not an industrialist. So there's no stations in here. Just a bunch of empty space. The black void of nothingness. Right, so here we go, getting closer. I guess that extra 10 meters per second is helping out a bit. Certainly better than not having those 10 meters per second. So we're going to have to do a lot of combat so we can drop off these 1,538 zip ties. These people are desperately waiting on them. Maybe they're doing a little bit of cable management and that's why they need them. Been talking a lot this evening and I've only had one. Well, I'm not actually drinking LaCroix tonight. I'm drinking generic LaCroix from Aldi's. Alright, so we have to unlock weak Jiddle before we can go to Jitsid. So now the question is, can we go into weak Jiddle? Or are we going to have to go to so we're in a Tucky. So Sedlaza Jose. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock that one. I'm gonna go ahead and untarget it so we know that's not one of them. So now we've got a 50% chance that this one will be unlocked. How good is our luck tonight that we will be able to go into weak Yiddle? So let's see what happens. Hold on to your butts. Guess what? We have to go to me, Waker's weak Yiddle before we can go to J to finish this up. Alright, so hopefully these sectors are not going to suddenly ramp up in combat to a point where we can't complete them. Maybe if Meacre has a station, I'm going to beeline to the station and save so that we can, just in case we have a series of unfortunate events in this sector. The raiders should be pretty far out. Alright, so what do we have here? We do have... I can't tell. That's not a station. We got one of these things. Public energy generator, which is really not going to help us. So we don't have a station in this sector. 6,300 in payroll's been deducted. That's highway robbery. Alright, so we have to take out these guys. Let's hope we can do it. Let's just go ahead and go. I'm going to activate everything, including my missiles. Target. And we're going after this guy first. I'm even going to bring up my drones, even though they're about as useful as a banana. They're about as useful as a banana. Actually, let's just go after who's closest, which is the cruiser. No, this guy's going faster. So this cruiser's going faster. So we will go to engage target. It looks like some of them are flying away and some of them are not. There goes the missiles from my friends. Let's see if they actually do any damage. We go after the cruiser. We are going... Alright, let's activate the... Right, some of our ships are firing at the other ships for some reason. I don't know what's going on. People are just shooting at whatever they want. I don't care as long as it works out. As long as I don't die, I don't care who's shooting at what. But now we are taking some damages. Let's put these engines back on. Drones are using their whatever they use to do damage. See if we can tell who's shooting at us. Alright, this guy's taken up. Finish off this guy. Finish him off. Alright, now I'll go after this guy. But he's halfway dead. It looks like this dude is shooting at us. He's only 900 meters away. Alright, go after him. Kill him. Engage targets. Drones. Alright, so we actually took some damage. Alright. Is everybody shooting? everybody killing these guys? And this is just the first wave. We have a whole other wave we have to deal with after this. Alright, go after fetal, but there's usually less of them for some reason. Usually the officers, usually the first wave, but so far, the first wave has been bigger than the second wave. The drones going in. The drones aren't as smart as my other dudes. But now they're in there engaging. I'm going to turn off my afterburners to try and save some energy. I don't think we really need it at the moment either. Alright. So somebody's gained a level of experience, that'll be helpful. Alright, let's go over here and park at this loot. I'm gonna get the drones back in so that they will recharge their energy. 370,000. Ooh, and a Pulse 9 laser. So this dude actually had... Alright, so how far away are our new friends? Alright, they're 10,000. These new guys move a bit faster, but they don't have... I don't see a big ship with them this time. They are coming in hot and heavy. Shields are regenerating, but not as fast as I would like them to. Come on. There we go. So there's the officer. There we go. Got them all targeted. Who's coming in fastest? Fixie Keel's coming in fastest. Let's get these drones back out. We'll give them a few seconds to finish recharging before we relaunch them. I'm going to leave my engines on normal for the moment because I don't want to burn through all of my energy. I don't need to. They're at 3,000 on dock. Send my drones out. Missiles should start heading down range very soon. There they go. We have another pilot that's gained a level of experience, so that'll help things out a little bit. Come on, he's shooting at us and doing damage to us. I don't like taking damage, people. It's against my religion. Because we can always warp out if things get bad enough. There's a thing to prevent you from warping. Alright, next. Straight after this next dude. In the cruiser. You're the next contestant. Go, drones, go! Come on, he's 3,000 away. Okay. We might be good. Wish I would shoot at the other guys. You know, there's other people in my fleet. You can shoot at them too. You don't have to always shoot at me. Wish I could get them to go forward. Alright, there we go. There goes the next round of missiles. My missiles are active as well, right? I have missiles. They just have longer range on their missiles than I do, I guess. I don't know what they're shooting at. They just blew up something else. Did they blow up one of my drones? No, they're attacking other ships in the sector, which might be helpful. Because if they're shooting at other ships in the sector, that means they're not shooting at the most important person in the galaxy, moi. Alright, now it looks like they're shooting at one of my other dudes. We'll take out this pirate cruiser next. Engage target, drones, fleet. Looks like they took a little pot shots at my dudes, but they didn't really do any damage. Drones are going out. More fire. I wonder who they blew up. It looked like they did blow up somebody, though. There's no station in this sector, which is unfortunate. Was there a station in the previous sector? I don't remember. I would like to just recharge my energy before going on to the next station. Next sector, I mean. There we go. Now it's time to take out the officer. We'll go ahead and set our drones on him. Looks like they're actually going to go this time. Alright, looks like we're good. Shields are recharging. All we have left is this officer. We are in a security 4.9 sector, so it looks like the other two sectors won't be too difficult as long as we... Alright, I have gone up a level. So drones, dock. 500,000 credits for securing this sector. Another Pulse 9 laser, an advanced energy capacitor. You have 300,000 credits. So turn that off. There should be one warp gate in here, which is Atakaribki, which is where we just came from, right? Alright. So map Atakaribki warp. I don't think there was a station in this sector. I would really like us to. So now we gotta go to. So that was me something. So now we gotta go to W. Was the next one. So we should have to go to Weak Yiddle, and there's no station in this sector. So let's just pop into Weak Yiddle and see what's going on over there. I'm not going to engage in combat until my shields are back to 100%, so we might have to warp to another station that's got just warp to another station and dock, and that'll allow us to save our game and to recharge our stuff. We still have an hour and 51 minutes of IRL time to complete the mission, so they were freeing up more sectors, but that sector didn't have a station in it, so it's kind of useless to it. And there might be a target system for missions, but it won't be a system that will generate missions. So let's see if Weak Yiddle has got a station in it. Come on. So we know that there's going to be bad guys in here. And is that a station? Nope, public energy generator. Loken ore, Schlick diamonds. So no station in this system either. So we are going to warp out to the nearest. Right, there's a station here. It's not too far away. So we should be able to warp back into that system. So we can go, recharge, see if all my dudes have got missiles. See if they're getting ready to run out of missiles before we hop back in there to clear that sector out. So doing all this, we're doing all this. People are dying so that we can get these zip ties to Jitsid Rastmi, to get the Void Raiders in Jitsid Rastmi. We're like murdering people in space. We're clearing out these raiders. Again, we don't know who these raiders are. The game just tells us they're the bad guys. Are they the bad guys? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. So let's go here, recharge, and then let's check and see if we have. He's got missiles. Alright, so a couple of my dudes are out of missiles. So we need some more Mark 1 missiles if we have any. Because they only use Mark 1s for some reason. Missile Mark 1s out of stock. So these dudes are out of stock of missiles. So I need to go shopping for some missiles. I'm not going to make you watch me shop for missiles. I know some of you might like to watch that, but I wouldn't if I was you. So I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to restock on missiles and some other basic maintenance before we go on to clear out these next two sectors. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. You have a great week.